So if we click on the link for VoiceThread, let's just show the video tutorial, and then we can show how we've used it so far. This is fun. Yeah. And you can do your, you can close.
So what is a VoiceThread? Well, it's a tool for having conversations around media. Whether it's images, videos, documents, or presentations, or any combination of them, a VoiceThread can securely capture and hold an entire group discussion on one simple page. When people make their new comments, they will fill in around the edges, and the participants can even draw while they're talking, which is a very efficient way of getting your point across. Down here, behind the comment button, are actually 5 different ways for people to comment: by telephone, by webcam, by microphone, by text, or even file upload. Which means that if you can load this page at all, you can participate in this conversation, period. Now let's take a quick look at how you get around in a VoiceThread. The first thing is the image itself. If you want to get a better look at it, you can click on the image to zoom in and look around. You can try this right now while I'm talking. Just click once to go in and once to get out. And while you're zoomed in, you can move your mouse around and pull the picture in any direction you want. The next thing, which is really the most important, is how to comment. The first thing you need to know is that you are always in control and you can always delete your own comment. Just click this garbage can icon that you'll see whenever your comment is playing, and then you can try it again. So don't sweat it and just say whatever's on your mind. After you've looked around at this VoiceThread and you register, click the comment button that's right down here, and you can try out all 5 different ways to comment. The last thing is how to get around in a VoiceThread. There are 2 ways to hear comments. The first is to just click on a person's face like mine over there, or you can use the controls that are beneath the type and record buttons over here. To go through all of the other pages of the voice book, you can either use the big arrows that are in each corner, or you can click on the navigator button over here. And if you click on that, we'll show you all of the pages at once, and you can then click on the one you want to go to. The rest of this book is going to show you some individual pages from some VoiceThreads we really like, and also show you a couple of hidden tricks that a VoiceThread can perform.
Yeah, this is really bad. So I don't know how to watch this.
Okay, I'm Pat Ruth.
It took, I was watching it last night, and it was so
I love that photograph. She says I'm a happy mother. I said,
Except, they talk about that photo for forever. But it's trying to show you that every single one of the, you can click on all the identities and they all comment.
Oh, the other side. That looks like my family when I was growing up. You want me to skip it?
so then you'll see every mark on there where a comment has been placed into.
Gee, I was so skinny. Look at those arms. Times have changed. Anyway, that was in his backyard in Fort Worth. And we were in love, and we still are.
They like
Or
telling
just
family
spies.
history. Yeah, it shows it.
Scary.
Yeah.
What is that because people from all
This
over
monster's
comment
name is
on this.
Sword Dragon Man. It was the first card I ever made. And they called him Sword Dragon Man because he's the guard of the Dragon
You
King.
can click on any of the icons and it'll go right to that.
And
comment.
that they were and with that monster they were having a war against the Noah and he was one of the first monsters or reptiles with sword hands.
So you don't have to record yourself, you can have just text.
Right. So,
Russian, and I think we have a pipe.
I think you can put
Where do you record your voice recordings to?
Well, there were
You speak
several
in a
different,
computer or do you have
yeah,
a microphone?
well, you have like 5 different options. Well, the easiest thing, because I didn't have a microphone in my computer at home, so there's a call me. So it called me on my cell phone, and I just spoke into my cell phone when I was done and hung up. And that, because on one of the examples that they showed, they had people calling in from different places to comment on it. So you could have other schools just call in and comment.
This one here, I mean, there's teachers, educators from all over the nation, the world, commenting on this child's piece.
My class really likes this drawing, and especially we like the tail and the black
That's the doodle.
pointy things sticking on the top of it.
All right, so like when he's drawing on that,
That's the doodle option.
It's using
yeah,
his mouse.
but, I mean, everybody would be seeing that, right?
Yes.
Once
Now,
they
does it
use-
save that, or does it?
Yeah.
It saves it right on the
Part of
player
it.
Yeah.
comment.
It's your comment.
Mhm.
You want to go through and then just get to the one like where they see the view where you make one.
Sure. Do you remember where that part is?
No, I'm just being on your like
Go
on
up.
one of your personal ones.
Oh, sure. Except I can't create.
Can you look at one that you created? Do you have any say? Or we could let Clark pull up his.
Yeah.
And I just sent you the link, Katie, to the one second grade did last year.
Okay.
And Samantha, I'm doing this class this morning.
Okay, well we'll let you show when you're welcome.
It's always something.
There's 3 battles.
She ordered this other battle. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, she said that she called 20 people to get a sub, and everybody was booked.
Okay, so let's see. There it is. So here's mine that I experimented with creating. This is a project that I did. I wrote in a description about it, and so hopefully by just clicking it, it goes right there. These are all the identities I created from here. So you can go to this, and this is how you could do a class. So all your kids are working on it. This thing you just have to monitor their comments and entries. So this thing keep going.
Are you the elephant man?
That's a harpy mask I made. So again, like I was saying, you can go to whatever icon in, and it will play that comment. So. And this is Hank Cunaz.
This is really
No,
great.
that's me.
I like this a lot.
That says using the webcam.
It should be qualified for all kinds of grants.
This is Hank.
Yes, I'm totally amazed at the structure of the mask. I'm really quite amazed that it's actually staying on the person's head. The texture, the composition is just really incredible. I just can't wait to see this person walk around.
So and then you can just advance that, or like they said, here's all the images that were into it. So I could just go to this one, play it. Oh, there's no comments on that one apparently.
If there were comments, they would show up on the sides.
Right, right, they'd appear there. Go back to this one here. Yeah,
So that one has comments.
yeah. So you have to encourage your kids that they really, if it's whatever the mic placement is, that they've got to obviously share their voice, be heard. But again,
Is this structured like Facebook? In other words, you have all these millions of people out there that have an account? that they
right,
can
so if
post
I
images
put
to?
this, if I made this global that anyone could access, anyone could come in and look at it, make a
And they
comment
just,
on
what
it.
do they do, search your name?
Or
I think
they
you
could
have
see
to
the
share it.
project. It
I think,
would,
yeah, I think
it
you can
goes
give
on to,
permission for it to be public, or you keep it private and then you just share it with a link.
But I created one last night and just emailed it to those people, and then they have permission to comment.
You can go here to, I mean, all this in browse are examples. There's 158 entries of
Who are those?
so I could go on here and there are people making. I could make here's my identity. So wait a minute. I could. All right.
I think you signed out.
So if I need to sign in to register, oh well. I could comment.
And that's how you comment at the bottom. So all you have to do is put in your email and password, and at the bottom you decide which way you're going to comment. And if you phone, then you put in your phone number and they call you. There's the video and the record, so you could either do just the mic or you could video from your laptop. And type, you can just type in a little message. So once you click on those different identities, then they'll see the comments. So, I mean, I can see if you posted the Washington trip and the images that the teacher did, and then everyone commented about, this is what I learned from this, and this connects to what we talked about before, because, you know, and so everyone, and you could like put a minimum of how many comments they need to make on the slideshow. And it would be, I mean, it has to include content from, you know, I think that would be a fun, you know, reflection from the truck kind of thing.
On our middle school trip.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you just, and all you would have to do is, because last night when I was creating the one for Drew's corduroy, the bear visit, it just kind of popped up the string of events because his kindergarten teacher had a project where we had to bring corduroy.
Students of Scott. My name is Ellen and I'm calling you from Menlo Park, California, where I recently returned from Kenya, and I'd like to share some stories about our visit with you. I wrote this on Saturday, January 12, 2008, and I've had a few good nights of sleep since then, but trust me. I wrote this
That was
after
actually really easy.
Yeah.
But they had, so we had, his project was that you had to take pictures of everywhere you went with corduroy, and then they wrote sentences about it. Well, I had all those saved in my computer, so I uploaded all of them, and you could have him telling what he had written about, oh, well, here I took corduroy for a haircut. Or, you know what I mean? And the student could share his slide by typing it out. So we could have students say on their comments,
Exactly.
here we were at the, you know, Washington Monument.
Right.
This is
Or we're at
important
Epcot. Or
Yeah.
at the museum. Yeah.
This is something really neat that I saw that connected to my physical science class.
Right.
Or something like
Exactly.
that, you know.
Exactly. I really like this idea, Ray. What do you think to do it for the 7th grade trip?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if we can, what do you do as far as you upload all the pictures?
You would
and
just
make one
upload it as a
document?
slideshow.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all, I mean, it's really uploaded as a slideshow.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then you email the
Let's do it.
VoiceThread to
Good.
the students, and then they all comment.
Between the two of us, we'll get some pictures.
Exactly, because I'm gonna bring my camera and I'll take pictures of the kids and make sure everybody gets at least one that they can upload.
And so
then
they
they'll
need
search the
to,
web.
you know, while they're
Some kind of
gone,
things.
they should journal about all their visits.
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
Well,
so that
I'm
they're
gonna tell
able
the,
to
I was
come.
already gonna do that for the 7th
I
grade.
love this.
Even if you had a blog, you could just use that as a link
Well, and if they kept
to
the
jump the
journal,
voice
they'd be
thread.
able to keep their comments later on.
So like,
And then
while they're on the
that's
trip,
it
they
for
should
the
be
trip
talking.
next year.
No, well, I mean, they could be blogging with it, but they can also be voice threading along the trip as well.
Yeah.
We said we
Except
won't
we
have
don't
the
really have the
technology.
technology to do that.
Yeah, we won't have it with us on the bus.
You won't have a laptop?
No,
Oh.
no, we don't allow them to take laptops.
But should I bring one, like one of our net pads, and see if we can try and make it fly?
If you want to,
You'd
yeah.
have to get on the internet.
You had to be, yeah.
So you couldn't do it on the bus.
No, not on the
So you
bus,
should-
but like once we get to the hotel or something.
Yeah, a lot of
And
times they'll
try and
charge you
keep
for
it
the
current.
internet.
Well, but the
Actually
only
happen.
thing is,
But-
since we don't have a subscription, you can't have more than 3 voice threads on one account.
More than 3 voice.
Yeah, and I've got
I mean,
50.
Three
Why?
different sites.
Well, they can all
No, no,
comment.
no.
You
But
can have
everyone
one
can
on
comment
one.
your,
Huh?
You
Right.
can have all the kids
your
comment.
identity.
Right.
You just
You just
can't
make
have
them
more than
small.
one slide, you know, more than 3 slides
I'd love to
shows
have
of pictures.
slides.
So what I would do, I would upload all the pictures once, and then have all the students
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah, we'll do that when we get back.
Oh, when we get back?
Yeah.
Don't bring it with? Okay.
Well,
I
as
would
far
just
as
have them
uploading all
journaling.
pictures, yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
no, I was thinking of actually capturing their voice thread while we're on the trip.
But she's saying, can we do that?
Well, you could still video and save that,
Mhm.
and then upload the video later on.
Okay.
Because you could just upload that to the VoiceThread later.
Okay.
So
I
when you
think,
did it
know,
on a
student could come
netbook,
in
yeah,
and
you could have a
come and
video
say, well,
and,
we're
or
just
if
getting
you
back
have it on
from
a phone or a flip.
Mm-hmm.
the cathedral today.
Amanda has a
and,
flip at the
uh,
school. Do we have any
first
student
impressions
flips?
would
That,
be
I'm
good.
sure we do, because Brett had one.
Yeah,
I mean, I
borrowed
wonder if
one
we could
from
take
Gary.
a flip, you could take a flip with you and then come back and
Yeah.
upload them later on.
Right.
We're the eighth grade teachers, we need eighth grade teachers.
I know, I know.
This
Well, I
is,
mean, in eighth
this
grade.
is what the second graders did last year, and they wrote progressive stories. So one school in a whole nother state wrote the first part of a story. They sent it to us. We wrote the second part. We sent it to a different school. They wrote the third part. And then at the end, we came back together and they recorded themselves doing everything that they said. And they drew pictures.
One day, Stella the cat, Marvin the dog, Winnie the horse, and Eddie the dog were decorating their barn for Halloween. Hey guys, and Marvin the duck, how do we want to decorate the barn? Halloween is right around the corner.
So then each picture was a different school and what they,
We should
what they
hang lights
wrote.
on the beams.
So that's another way I could see it being used in the classroom.
Mhm.
So I think it's really
I
good.
do a lot for, we're going with just storytelling, just throwing an image up and students providing a background, creating an identity and a past, and then a story bridging out of that.
See, I think it'd be really neat for art too, to comment on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be really neat to, just for them to all comment
Mhm.
on just a piece
Mhm.
that was put up or something. And you could do that with history. If they had like a image from a battle,
Yeah.
and they all had to comment and talk about who the players were when it took
I think-
place, kind of thing.
I think that everyone can read everyone else's comments, so if someone's going to ride on the coattails of somebody else's comment to, if it was being graded, you had to
Or
think
if
of
they're
some
gonna-
way to approach it.
They're gonna
to-
record themselves saying stuff they shouldn't be saying. That's another thing you should.
Yeah.
We just, with all these new technologies, we gotta think of the ways that they're gonna get around it and do bad
Mhm.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really neat. Well, we'll save Wonderwell for later on, Maggie.
Okay, all right, since I have to go over and
But
take
we're
the
kind of
class.
excited about this. I think
Yes.
it would, I mean, for images, I think it would be a really
Yeah.
neat thing to do.
It has such potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can try it out and then we can get,
I think the trips are good for this.
Mhm.
Exactly, exactly. And Clark and I like the idea of using this for storytelling.
Yeah.
And
Katie,
just
I might
get
get
the
you to
student
just-
stories and just really
Yeah.
And you
expand on
kinda-
that.
I know you're not going on a
Yeah.
trip,
Yeah.
but can you maybe?
I'd love to see what we could do with that and try and
Jody
get
is
some
on or something.
Yeah.
If they'll take pictures
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
steam roll, if we can
We're gonna
hire
test
a
that,
photographer,
we-
then I can take that.
None of my high school
see, the
students
thing is for the
knew
students that are
what
staying back, they can make their own.
And
with the
how did you
images.
not know
Oh,
who Brer
that's
Rabbit
sad.
was?
That's sad.
So, so now,
we
we
oh
are
my
going to do
gosh,
a
go ahead
storytelling.
and get a middle
Yes.
school account so that we have one now that we're
They're
using.
supposed to come back with some announcements for us
$60.
today. I'm gonna try and capture that.
For
Just
a
for-
year.
for
Put that on,
For a year, but we can
VoiceThread.
go ahead and
Oh,
get
good.
one now.
I would assume those are
for
on the internet though.
us, since
You
we're
know, those
using it on
hardcover
the
books at the
project. I don't think
library
it's
were
too
just
much of an
wonderful to
investment.
bring in
Yeah.
the classroom.
And then
Yeah.
once
I
we
mean,
change
the-
the
Share password.
They're just classics.
Put your
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
So-
Brer Rabbit is just like
We could,
yeah, like an ancient.
we could have the kids,
Sure.
let me tell you this,
Sure.
we have the kids that are staying behind begin to create their own.
Yeah, that's